speaker at this point. I feel I'm an influencer. I am a friend. I am black girl magic. I am fearless. I am powerful. I am a lover. I feel like I'm so many things, but those are just to name a few. Hey guys, my name is Coco Chanel and I am an occupational therapist, fitness influencer, and entrepreneur. So for the longest time, I wanted to just make my mother proud. I just wanted to make her happy. Anything that she told me that I needed to do, that I should do, I pretty much did. Single parent household, and you know, she really just like did everything that she could in her power to really groom and develop, you know, 5 women that we are now. And just seeing her doing everything on her own. I'm talking about putting us into classes. I took dance classes, I took sewing classes, I took so many other things. She put us in any sort of like program, whether we needed tutoring or anything like that. And just to see one woman, you know, really be able to manage all of this on her own and still have, you know, 5 successful, you know, well-rounded daughters was amazing to me. She supported me. But that was the most grateful thing that I could think about, is that she was able to support me in every sort of decision that I made. And without that dynamic, you know, it wouldn't be possible for me to be where I'm at. So she's the biggest motivator. Aside from like education-wise, like, you know, I transformed my body in a matter of, I want to say it happened in a matter of a year, like where I really fell into like, oh, I love how this is looking, I love how I feel. So being able to just, you know, take hold of that and be able to really just spearhead that experience for myself, it was like I could do it. So I motivate me, you know. I look at myself in the mirror and I'm like, Chanel, you did this. Like, you know everything that you need to do to get to this point. So now I'm at a point where, you know, I'm able to help others, and that's just like even a beautiful thing. As a woman, I believe that you should embody self-confidence, high self-esteem. You should be powerful. You should be sexy if you choose to be. You should be tasteful at the same time. You should be fearless. So that's those characteristics. I would say that's everything that my brand pretty much embodies, and that's really what I try to reinforce, you know, on a day-to-day basis. Just being, you should still be a loving woman, but still be, you know, that fierce, powerful woman who, you know, gets her point across. You should be well-spoken. You should, you know, carry yourself to a certain regard where, you know, you walk in the room and everybody respects you. You should hold your head high. I think that you can tell a lot about a woman in the way she walks, in the way she sits, in the way she talks. So all of those qualities are what my brand represents. And I just really want women to, you know, step into this era or this time where we're really owning everything that we do. Yeah, I definitely do think that presently I probably am underestimated as a businesswoman. You know, when I first started my social media, it really started off the strength of like me liking to take pictures. But now the dynamics of social media have changed, and you know, my life has changed, and the things that I'm involved in has changed, and who I am as a person has changed. So now I am considered a businesswoman, and I use my social media platform to, you know, encourage other women and motivate other people. You know, I even get messages from guys about how much they use my workouts and incorporate that into their fitness. So at this point, I'm tapping into everyone. So now, one thing I have noticed is that like the flyers for my classes or the videos for my classes, they definitely get significantly less likes than a picture of me just posing up like this, right? So, you know, naturally I would like wonder, why is that? You know, I try not to get too caught up in it, because at the end of the day, like if I get caught up in these likes, these numbers, then it'll just stray me away from the real vision. My class, maybe the flyer got 200 likes, but the class was sold out in 2 weeks. So it's like, you know, I can't get really too upset about it. Just, I'm really big on just focusing on like myself. I can't get wrapped up into like what everyone else is doing and how they may be perceiving something, because at the end of the day, you know, the numbers are showing through, the girls are showing up, and that's really all that matters. I do not do everything by myself. That's pretty much impossible. Initially, I was doing a lot of things by myself, but you know, I'm so thankful to have an amazing friend in my life, Marlon. Thank you to you for everything that you do for me. Marlon is a businessman himself. He has his own clothing line, Diamond Boy Society, and I really don't know what I would do without his guidance and his advice, because I didn't grow up as a businesswoman. I was really just like, I studied psychology and sociology in school, so I understand how people work and their minds work, but the business savvy of it, you know, especially being a woman, I want to say it is very hard to affirm and assert yourself. So that's something I'm still working on and still coming into, and you know, he helps me do that. Like, in terms of my legacy, what I want people to remember about me, what I want people to take from me, is that I just want specifically for women to just be comfortable in their own skin. I think sometimes we live in a generation where, you know, women are just only looked at for being sexy and that's it, or she's a smart girl and that's it. But why can't she be both? Or why can't she be a businesswoman and be sexy and be smart? So I just want, you know, women to really understand, like, you can be well versed, you can be confident, you can be beautiful, you can be successful. I just really want to continue to ride that wave of, you know, having my daughter feel like she can be whatever she wants to be. She can go to school and get her degrees, but if she wants to be a singer, she can totally do that too. So just being able to be able to work on different things at one time. There's not one thing that you should really aspire to be. You should want to be anything that you can be, and if that's what I could like really reinforce, and just having confidence in anything that you do, and just really understanding that as a woman we can all even work well together. We don't have to, like, you know, have to hate on anyone else. You can really lift up your friend and your friend's friend and just show respect to everyone and still win, because there's enough room for all of us to eat out here. And, you know, just really, that's what I would love for people to remember. One thing I would love for people to know about me that they probably can't even see through looking at my social media is that I'm a very normal girl. I work a job 5 days a week. I don't just, you know, flex on Instagram and take these cute pictures. I live a very normal life. I pay my rent. I have a roommate. You know, so I just really want people to see that, you know, don't get too caught up in these numbers on social media all the time, because I don't got $200,000 in my bank account, right? I got those followers, but it doesn't equate to like real life. It's great to have the support that I do have online, and I love every single one of you guys on Instagram and all of the support that I get and constant like love and all of that. But all I'm saying is that people get caught up on that, like, oh, Chanel, you're a celebrity now, or this and that and the other, and I'm really not. Like, I still be in the hood. Like, it's nothing has changed much. You know, I'm growing and developing as a person, and people are noticing it and they're gravitating towards it and they like it. So that's cool. But just really, you know, especially like as I see my niece grow older, she's 10 years old. So when she sees me on Instagram and she like follows me on Instagram, I gotta really make sure to let her know that, like, you know, I'm still your auntie. This is still like, this is still all good. We're normal. This doesn't really mean much, especially for women, like the young girls that are growing up now. I think you can see a lot on Instagram, and it's like, whoa, like you really just want to aspire to be like these girls who are just traveling everywhere and just doesn't seem like they work, and that's not realistic. You know, you really got to get it how, like, on your own, and really be about your business still. So that's what I would want to tell people. So guys, I want to just say thank you so much for listening to this lovely interview. You can definitely follow me on Instagram at xxcocochanel and on Snapchat at xxcocochanel1. Definitely check out my website, cocofitcamp.com, and my email is on there. Any way that you need to really contact me, Coco Fitness.